Hey, what up y'all? My name is David from The Digital Essentialist. Glad you're here today. In this video, we're gonna walk through what is Squarespace. It's a big question and there's a lot of things that you may have on your mind, or 2 or 3 specific things that you're looking for, but hopefully through this video I'll answer some of your questions because it'll have features that make it way simpler than what you thought it would be. So let's check it out. So once you log into Squarespace, you have this account. I manage a lot of websites. I build websites for clients. So as you can see, there's tons of websites in here. These all represent individual websites. You have a list of domains that you work with, things like this. Websites are here, main websites you're on, and then contributor sites are down below. And we're gonna check out one of my client sites, Solid Coffee. So this is the website. This is what it looks like to someone who goes to the domain, solidcoffeeroasters.com. Right here, you can see this functionality of a pop-up that came up, join our mailing list. They could put their email in, subscribe. Perfect, so I'm just gonna close out of that. But as you can see here, video header, really beautiful website, really clean website. Go inside a little bit, you'll see here some products. If you click on the products, you could go to parts of the store. A couple sections right here where you could click on either for the shop or cafes, start a subscription, things like that. And then the footer. So really, really clean site. Everything's laid out really cool. Let's see, even the menu up here, get kind of this dynamic like active button, so it shows you when it highlights something. And this is really easy to set up. So first thing, I'll show you this too. If you go into a product, you can see the whole thing is here. What kind of grind, different quantities, add to cart. Cart is up here. Let's just do this for the sake of. Let's add a few. Add to cart, added. Look at cart. Now you have this experience, checkout. So it has full e-commerce functionality, everything you need there, and makes it really easy for people to buy products. Discount code, if you want to apply discount codes to products, you could create any discount code you want. So let's go into the back end and take a look at what that looks like. So this is what the back end looks like. So as you can see, it has these little menus that pop up everywhere for you to make edits and adjustments, things like this. So in the menu, this is an e-commerce website, so they have these 4 menu items here, but sometimes it's not there and all you see is these 7. You could adjust it any way you like. There's no specification when you start. You could change it back and forth. As long as you're in Squarespace, you can change it back and forth anytime. But there's pages, design, commerce, marketing, analytics, comments, settings, and then help. So the 3 or 4 I'll focus on are pages, design, marketing, and settings. Let me start with pages. So if you go into pages, what you'll see is, so when you go into pages, this is what you'll see. Primary navigation, secondary navigation, footer, navigation not linked. You have full control. So say if you drag shop right here and switch it with wholesale, as soon as you drag it and change it here, it refreshes the menu here. So beautiful, so clean, so easy. You want to get rid of subscribe, you hit the trash can button, it'll ask you to confirm, you confirm. So easy. As you can see, there's a plus sign here, 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 here. I'm going to click on not linked to show you an example, but you just click on the plus sign and it gives you all these options. So first of all, you could create a new page. That's just like a regular about page, contact page, service page, anything like that. Products, you could create a store. Inside products, you could create as many products as you want. It's unlimited. Each product could have its own pricing, have its own variations, yada, 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 its own description. There's so much there. A cover page is basically what you see. It's a simple page that kind of works like an under construction page. You could use it for other things as well, but it removes the navigation at the top, removes the footer at the bottom, and it basically functions just a little bit differently than a regular page. And then there's folders. So say for instance under, let's see, shop, you want to have like a section of folders like men's, women's, kids, clothing lines. Well, you could create a folder and then create different links for each of the different sections or pages of the site. Album, if you're doing music. An index is what this homepage is, and I'll show you in a second. Blog, that's pretty simple and straightforward. You can create as many posts as you want inside a blog. Events for calendar, and then galleries, and then a link. So this little link you see here is what they have here for the different pages. So let me go into this. So here's a shop folder with apparel, single origin, so a few different options. Right now this is not linked, so no one can see this. Subscriptions. This is just a folder to hold everything for the different subscriptions that are active. Now here's the index. So what an index is these different sections, and what you can do with an index is it has this like manage sections, which is really cool because it gives you a full overview of the different sections of the site. So right now you see there's like these 3 sections. So basically there's this header video, there's a section of favorites, and then there's this gallery, which is basically, this is a gallery of 3 different images with 3 different links. And so basically you could take one and drag it and rearrange it as you want. It gives you full control. You go back, click save, and it'll be done. But at the same time, you could also just do that here. So you could drag a gallery up, switch it, it's the same exact thing, and it'll reorganize the page. Drag and drop, click, so easy. Beautiful thing as well. Let me say this, if you're watching this and you're saying, why is the video doing these random things where you can kind of like see the name or there's like a black line? When you're in editing mode, it looks a little different. Let me go back to the website. So you never normally see that here. So you see like none of that weird stuff is happening here on the actual website. It just sometimes happens in the back end. Nothing to worry about. Now say you want to edit this. This is the best part, I think, of Squarespace, is you just click, double click, it opens up the editor, customer favorites for 2019, boom, done, good to go. So beautiful. Now let me highlight something for you. So what Squarespace does, which other platforms don't do for the most part, is for text and type it gives you a specific set of options. Because websites work with HTML, and HTML is the structure of the website, it's really important to do this right from the beginning. So what they give you is heading 1, heading 2, heading 3, code, which 90% of people won't use, and then normal. Now, what these are predefined presets that you set up that run through the whole website. So anything that's heading 2 is going to look the exact same size, font, structure, everything. So let's click heading 1. That's what heading 1 is for the website. This is what heading 2 is. This is what heading 3 is. So as you can see, these are predefined settings, which is really good if you want a beautiful brand. It makes it really easy to make it streamlined through your website. You don't have to remember that the heading 2 on your homepage is 36-point font size, and you have to remember something else about all these different changes. So it makes it really easy, and you make those changes in the design section. So let me kind of show you what shop looks like. Okay, so here's the shop. You see a little money sign? So when you click on shop, opens up the page wide, and basically you have all your products listed. So it's loading. So all the products are listed here. You can click into a product. So you can name the product. You could have images of the product. You have this kind of quick description here of the product. You could tag it. You could put it in categories. Then when you have your prices and variants, you could kind of specify, because there's so many different grinds, you specify what type of grind, and you could add different columns. So you could add another column and call it, say, like the size of the bag or something like this, and basically create as many variations as you want with this little plus sign. Additional info, you could add more description, anything you want. If you want people to fill out a specific form after they put something in their cart, or as they're putting something in their cart, if it's something custom or anything like that, you could do that. And then there's options for social and kind of how you want to do the URL and things like this. Add custom add button to cart. So add to cart, you could be like purchase today. There's probably a lot of different options. Book your consultation today. There's things like that. So let me click cancel. Are you sure? Discard. I don't want to make any of those changes. And you can just add all the products you want. So let me go back. So remember what I said about the font. Let me go to the about page, because this probably has the most fonts. So there's this thing called site styles inside design. Site styles is basically all the formatting of your website. The way the logo sits, where it sits, things like this. So as this loads, let's take a look. So right here, when I click, you just highlight, when you're in this design editor, you just basically hover over anything and you just click on it, and it gives you the presets of what it is to change. So you're like, I want to make this text a little bit bigger. Well, you just click on it, shows you that it's heading 1, shows you that it's 50, change that to size 60, you're done. Click out, click save, you're good to go. If you want to change the setting back, you just click right here in this little corner. You see that little dot? It shows you that you've made an edit. You just click out of it, changes the size back to 50, boom. Anytime you make an adjustment, say let's change it to italic, it just shows you what changes you've made, so then you know, which is really, really amazing. So there's that. We're like, no, we don't like that. Changes it back. Awesome. From there as well, for this like navigation up here, let me show you some of the control you have. So there's these two navigations. So there's brand position top center. You could put that top left. You could put that top right. Bottom is basically, let's go, brand position. Bottom is like another menu, almost like another section. So sometimes you have stacked menus. This won't be a good example to show it, but you can kind of see there's two different menus here. Let me remove that. Sometimes you could put both navigations. Let's put top right next to each other. Let me do this because a lot of websites look like this. So that's a many websites look like this, and it's so easy. You just saw how I did that right there with just a few clicks. And then let's do this. Sometimes inherit primary. So what's cool is you could have the secondary navigation be a different style, which sometimes people do for like say buttons. So you can see here that obviously this needs formatting, the colors and different things, but sometimes there's like a call to action button at the end, and that's what you could use a secondary navigation for. It's really easy, simple use, and fully customizable. Yeah, you just click on whatever the text is, what you want to adjust. This is body text, tells you what color the link is. Okay, we have Sophia. Pro, want to make it thicker, you can make it thicker. It's so easy to work with. I'm gonna hit cancel on everything, discard all changes because I don't want those changes. Funny thing is, I actually took this picture right here and it's the glasses I'm wearing. So cool. So leadership team, awesome. And then, yep, you could change the footer, you could change the background color. Design gives you full amount of adjustments that you want to make. You could change your template anytime. You could change basically any part of the site. Now let's go to marketing. Now these are a couple features of Squarespace. Some of them are newer, but some of them have been here, but they're really prime. So one thing we have is this email campaign. This is a newer feature where you could run full email campaigns through Squarespace. You could add mailing lists and sender profiles, which is basically where it's coming from if you have 4 or 5 people on your team. Automations, you could set up different automations to, if somebody signs up for a newsletter, an email to go out a day after, 5 days after, something like that. It shows you drafts, things you've sent. It's not as robust as many like MailChimp or say ConvertKit or something like this, but it is great if you're starting out to have all of it built in so you don't have to pay for 2 or 3 or 4 services. SEO, it has some key features of SEO that you could add in, and also they just added this new feature where you could do SEO for all pages. So you just go to a page and click settings, and each page has this kind of like settings panel, and there's this button for SEO. This is brand new, and you could make adjustments here. Mission of solid coffee. Our mission is to, and you can make adjustments to what it looks like in how it shows up in Google. So I'll hit cancel, discard. Oh, if you want to duplicate a page, you could just click settings, basic, go to the bottom, duplicate page. Boom, you create one page you really love for say a case study, you can then duplicate it and push it out to as many case studies as you want. So announcement bar is this bar that shows up at the top of the site. Let's enable right here. Oh wow, so this was their Black Friday sale that they had. You could link it, and so it just shows people some information about the business, anything you want, just to add in a quick link on the website. So let's hit cancel, get rid of that. Promotional pop-up we looked at earlier. There's so many different designs for promotional pop-ups that you could go through, and then you could customize however you want. So you see all these different designs. Okay, let's get out of that. So there's a lot of functionality there. Share button, products on Instagram. You can link your Instagram account so that the products in your Squarespace store can be sold through Instagram. Pinterest save buttons, you could add that to images and things. Facebook pixel and ads. If you're gonna run ads on Facebook, they give you a very simple way to add the Facebook pixel code into your website. If you want to link, is this linking your Facebook page? Yeah, linking your Facebook page, okay. And then kind of like put some galleries together through Facebook and your page. I've never used that, that's a newer feature. Google Ads credit, that's cool. And then ad tracker if you want to set up specific things for ad tracking. So it becomes an all-in-one solution. So Squarespace, what is Squarespace? It becomes an all-in-one solution for your website needs, especially if you're going to be doing like say e-commerce, or your website is going to be the main platform where people are going to interact with you, where they're not already interacting with you in person. So if they're going to meet you and then they're going to go to your website, Squarespace becomes a really powerful tool. And the best part, the reason I use it with my clients is because of the simplicity of editing. Once the website is designed, you just go to the website, double click on what you want to change, and then you make the change. Communities, we want to put families. Done. Click save, done. It's just like that. And you see the changes you make. Sometimes website editors make changes in the back end that look different than the front. That's hard to work with. Sometimes adding a button is really complicated. Let me show you how easy this is. So say you want to add a button right here. You just click on this little tab. All these little tabs just pop up and okay, so let me show you a few things you could add to a page. And you could add this to any page anywhere. Here is a list of everything. So there's text blocks, you could add those anywhere. You could add markdowns, quotes, images, videos, embed anything. You could add audio, you could add a button. There's 3 different button styles, small, medium, and large. So you have 3 different styles of buttons to work with on your entire site, which is awesome. You could add a line between sections, a spacer. Spacers do really cool things. Let me kind of give you an example of that. This is a spacer, so I don't want the text to read all the way across the page, so I put a spacer so that it kind of cuts off the text at a certain spot. Let me go back into here. There's different image layouts, so you have 5 different image layouts. And then you have galleries, you could add galleries. You can add summaries of things on your website. They could be galleries, they could be events, they could be summaries of products. And then if you categorize products, you could say men's. Basically, you click on a summary, and then you click carousel. Then you go to your shop, you connect it to a category. It's so simple. Connect it to a specific category. Here, let me show you. I'm explaining it, but let me show you. So you add the summary, you go to shop, then you set up the layout how you want. You could have featured at the top. I'll remove that with a little bit of text. You set the images as you want. I'll do auto. Images per row up to 3, text size medium, which is this text. Okay, text alignment left, I'll do center, and then metadata below. For now, I'll leave that because I'm going to get rid of it. Display, I want to show the title, I want to show the thumbnail, I don't want to show the excerpt. There are the products. Show the price, that's fine. Enable product quick overview so they can click in, see a quick product view of what the product is. And then some metadata if you want to show the category or tags or anything. So here this could work because the tags are the flavors of the coffee. And then you could use a category filter. So let's say, not apparel, let's say single origin. So then you could filter it by a certain category. So if you have all these men's clothing, you could filter it by that, or you could filter it by a tag, or you could filter it by featured filter. So in every product, there's a button that says, do you want to make this featured? You could make it featured, uncheck it anytime you want. And then you click apply, good to go. Now these products link into the store. You didn't have to do it manually. You don't have to re-upload the images. It's so simple. Now, there's a lot more blocks that are built into Squarespace. A few of them I'll highlight is the map block. So if you want to add a map visual, you can do that. Forms are really important. Newsletters are really important. If you're a restaurant, menus become really cool. And there's a lot of different things. You could use social media accounts, Instagram. There is a lot of options. So there's Instagram, there's Twitter, social links. So cancel, I don't want to save any of that. And this is the final section I'll hit right now. There's probably some other things you could look at, say like analytics. You could look at how the website's doing, how products are selling, things like this, what's the most popular content. But one thing I want to look at for sure is going to be settings. So inside settings, you have some really important things here. Number 1 is going to be permissions. You could give people permissions. You could add users. You could add authors, basic authors, so they don't have access to edit the entire site, but they can just write content for the site. That's great. Domains works really cool because basically if you use GoDaddy or Bluehost or anyone else for your domain, you can either transfer your domain to Squarespace and they could host it, or you could keep it with your current host and integrate it as a third-party integration. And it's very simple to do that. say if you use GoDaddy, you just type in the domain and then hit connect from GoDaddy. You log into GoDaddy, approve, authorize the connection. Once you do that, you're good to go. And as you can see here, there's the domain that's connected. Email and G Suite, if you need to connect email, say for them, they have solidcoffeeroasters.com and you want to create info@solidcoffeeroasters.com. Well, all you do, so easy, you just go into here, you create an account, and then now you have an email through Google, which will operate just like a Gmail account if you've used Gmail. I think it's about $50 or $60 a year, and now you have a full email for your company that's a professional email. Billing an account, and here you have full control of choosing your yearly package and what that looks like. Mobile information bar, let me show you what this looks like. Oh, and here's a cool feature. So at the top, there's this little markdown. You can click on this and get a feel of what the website will look on mobile, what the website will look on desktop, and what the website will look on tablet. So it gives you a full feel of what the website will look and feel like on different devices. So this is the mobile experience. You can see here's the menu, great. So you could do this all from your computer, which is really awesome. And so a mobile information bar, let me show you what that is. You can see it here, is you basically can show email, phone number, location, and business hours. So if someone goes to your website on their device, it gives them a quick link access to some of the most critical things on your website, especially if you do have a specific location. So if I show business hours, boom, those 4 options are there. As someone starts to scroll, it goes away. And when they're at the top of your site, once they land there, it'll be there. So cool. So this one's enabled, there's light mode, and then dark, so either one as you like. Click save, go back. You could adjust cookies and visitor data however you need to do that. If you're in Europe and you need to work with GDPR rules, there's ways to do that. Blogging, there's a lot of choices in there about commenting and how you set up blog URLs, all of that stuff. Advanced allows you to put in code injection into the top header and footer of the site. So here's some code for the header of the site, here's some code for the footer of the site, and then you even could put custom code in for the lock screen if that matters for you, and then order confirmation page if you want to put something there as well. And here there's some other options. As you can see, the security of the page, this is SSL security. You could have like full integration security. I usually check these two to give it full security on the site. So you see this little lock on the website browser. It makes it so easy to do. And then I think that's all for that section. Yeah, so if you have any questions, feel free to drop them below, but that is a full review of what Squarespace is, how to use it, a little bit of its functionality and form. Yeah, if you have any specific questions, drop them below. Digital Essentialist is a home for anything you need to know Squarespace, and if you're just getting started, I have a few email campaigns or drip campaigns courses for free that you could sign up for to get yourself started, get your website up in less than 30 days. So that is an overview of Squarespace. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, drop them below. And besides that, visit us at digitalessentialist.com. If you have any other questions about Squarespace, we have a lot of free resources if you're getting started on building your site. Thanks for watching.